There is a truth about the universe that no one has ever told you. It is a secret held in the silent, empty spaces between the stars. We look up at the night sky, at the faint, ghostly smudge of light we call Andromeda, and we feel a pull, a desire to cross the gulf, to touch the shores of another galaxy. Andromeda is our closest galactic neighbor, a sprawling city of 1 trillion stars just next door in cosmic terms. But this proximity is a profound illusion. The distance is not merely vast. It is a chasm of absolute nothingness, 2.5 million light-years wide. Imagine every grain of sand on every beach on Earth. Now imagine each grain is 1,000 years. That entire collection of time, multiplied by 10, is still not enough to comprehend the journey. You would be a ghost ship sailing an ocean of black, where the only marker of your passage is the fading light of the home you left behind. This is the secret. The journey to Andromeda is not a challenge of engineering. It is a confrontation with a fundamental law of existence. Trying to cross that void at the speed of light wouldn't just be impossible. It would erase you. Not slowly, piece by piece, instantly, utterly. Your past, your future, your very matter converted into a brief, silent flare in the unending dark. You would cease to have ever been. This is the price of defying the void. The destination glimmers, a faint promise across an ocean of nothing. It sounds almost reachable, a journey measured in light years, a unit that feels abstract, almost poetic. But it's not. The poetry ends where physics begins. Because to even begin that journey, to cross the chasm between galaxies, you would need to reach the speed of light, a simple phrase for an absolute limit, the universe's ultimate speed limit, a constant woven into the fabric of space-time itself. It is the velocity of a photon, a massless particle, traveling through a perfect vacuum. For anything with mass, like a ship or a human, this speed is not a destination. It is a wall. The moment you try, the laws of relativity conspire against you. As you accelerate, your mass begins to increase. Not just by a little, but exponentially. The closer you get to light speed, the more energy you need to push your ever heavier self just a little bit faster. At 99% of light speed, your mass has multiplied 7-fold. To gain that next fraction of a percent, the energy required skyrockets, approaching infinity. You would need all the energy in the universe, and then more, just to nudge yourself over that final, impossible threshold. The energy required would destroy every cell you have, not from impact, but from the sheer force of its own existence. And even if you could somehow generate this impossible energy, your body wouldn't survive the acceleration. The G-forces would be lethal, turning bone to dust and blood to vapor. Your ship would face its own apocalypse. At near-light speeds, even a single stray atom of hydrogen becomes a deadly projectile, hitting with the force of a bomb. Micrometeoroids, no bigger than a grain of sand, would become cataclysmic impacts, capable of punching through any shield we can conceive. The journey itself becomes a gauntlet of cosmic radiation and kinetic death. But let's say somehow, you make it. Through some miracle of engineering, some defiance of known physics, you survive the impossible. You have built a ship that can withstand the bombardment, a body that can endure the forces, and a power source that can bend the rules of energy and mass. You are traveling at a velocity just shy of the absolute limit, hurtling through the silent, empty void between worlds. You have conquered the physical barriers of the journey. You have won. Now the real problem begins. Time. It is the silent passenger on this impossible journey, but it does not travel with you in the way you understand it. For you, aboard your vessel, hurtling through the void at a fraction of light speed, the clocks tick forward with a familiar, steady rhythm. Days turn into weeks, weeks into years. Your own life unfolds at a pace you can measure, a length you can comprehend. But this personal experience of time is a deception. a localized illusion. Back on Earth, the world you left behind, time is a raging river. For every single year that passes for you, a millennium might thunder by for them. Einstein's relativity is not just a theory here, it is the cruelest law of the cosmos. It dictates that your velocity is a wedge, driving a temporal chasm between your present and their future. A future you will never see, a present that has long since become ancient history. The civilization that launched you, with its towering cities and intricate networks, will crumble. First, the memories of you will fade, becoming legend, then myth, then forgotten whispers. The languages you spoke will evolve, fracture, and die, replaced by dialects no one from your era could ever decipher. The art, the music, the philosophies, all will be buried under layers of new cultures, new histories, new truths. The very coastlines and mountains you knew will be reshaped by geological forces, rendering your home planet an alien world. Every person you ever loved, their children, and their children's children for 1,000 generations, will live and die. Their entire lineage will play out and vanish from existence while you are still in transit. The photographs you carry, the digital memories stored in your ship's archive, they are ghosts of a world that no longer exists, relics of an extinct species of thought and feeling. You are not just a traveler, you are becoming a fossil, the last remnant of a lost epoch. The price of your journey is the entirety of human history. When you finally arrive at Andromeda, you will be the sole survivor of a world that has been utterly and completely erased by the unforgiving passage of time. But the worst part isn't the distance or the time, it's the silence. Because in deep space, there are no reference points, no sound, no confirmation you're even moving. Just darkness, endless darkness. So the real question isn't, can we reach Andromeda? It's, would it even matter? Would it even matter if we did?